And welcome back to more Wind Waker. So last time we streamed this game, we got through 2 dungeons, Dragon Roost Cavern and the Forest Haven, and this time, I don't know how much we'll get done in 2 hours. We'll have to wait and see, but first of all, we have some exploring we can do. Again, this is going to be a 100% playthrough of the game, so I would like to get some of these out of the way collectibles now, before, sooner now than later. That was really weird wording. Yes, hello, welcome to the stream, or if you're watching this in post, hello and welcome to the video. Just a heads up that videos might be a little spotty, and also streams might be a little spotty, because of moving in about a week and a half. So for the, so I'm gonna try to get a lot done in this game in, the next 2 weeks or so. Next week. And then, things are gonna kind of go on break for a little bit again because of moving. So, I'm actually happy we've made this much progress while also going for 100%. I was kind of concerned about how much we'd be able to get done. In all fairness, I'm also not being as thorough as I could be. I am skipping over, like, talking to NPCs and things of that nature, so that obviously speeds things up considerably. But first of all, we want to explore up here. So, we're kind of back where we were, to get to the, Forbidden Woods, so we actually have something we can do over here that's a little bit obscure. You can also do this to soften your landing. I feel like that wouldn't actually help in real life, but hey, who am I to judge? So way over there, we have a little island. And also over there, we have a little island. So, I'm actually wondering about this. That's the Nintendo Gallery over there, and over here we have, something else. So, I don't know if we can do both, if we have enough, magic for that yet. But we'll try. So this is gonna be an interesting little test. We have to do a little bit of a flight here. Mostly the wind is doing the work, thankfully. This is also a treasure chart. Spoiler, it's a treasure chart that I tend to miss a lot because it's kind of out of the way. It's not super obvious where this is. But there we go. Another treasure chart. And this is apparently, treasure chart, I want to say like 3. All of them have numbers, so it'll be really easy to double check them later on. Obviously heart pieces are not numbered, so that makes them a little bit more precarious trying to get them in a particular efficient manner, because I don't know which ones I've already gotten, because it's been a while since I played this game. Also, that's the wrong direction. So my memory isn't the best for all the little collectibles, so I have a guide to help, hopefully. I don't remember ever seeing this little path down here, actually. Also, wow, I really didn't have any magic. So in the bottom right, we haven't really seen this so far, but we have a swim meter. Luckily Beetle's boat is here as a nice little stopping point. So we can recharge it when we step back on land, so we should be fine. Alrighty then, so that's all we can do here. So next, we'll miss the boat entirely. So this place too has been attacked by Ganon. Could he already be regaining his power? Link, you must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. We must set sail immediately. We could set sail immediately, but there's actually a lot we can do. I actually don't know if this is the right direction. This is the right direction. So, we are going to spend the first part of this stream doing a lot of side quests, and hopefully the back half of the stream will be story progress. I can't guarantee that because, quite frankly, there are a lot of side quests that we can do in this game. Also, I should have bought more bait because we'll be exploring a lot of the world, but I think off stream I might go through and open up all the map, just for the sake of convenience and time. Alright, so, here we are. That's a Georg, I'm pretty sure. It's, I think, the same name as the, shark in Majora's Mask, who's a boss, but they're just a kind of a regular enemy, which kind of makes sense, being a, water-based environment. Alright, so we have this little cavern over here. Alright, so, actually, do we need magic for this? We might need magic for this. So I'm not sure if we can actually do this in hindsight. If not, oh well. There's a chest over there that we can grab. Also, these rupees are gonna come in handy in a little bit. We still have, like, auction stuff left. We have the squid minigames still, because we didn't get the last two treasure charts, which require getting completing the minigame in under a certain amount of shots, and also something else, but I can't remember. I think just beating it a second time. Yeah, I don't know if we can do this since we have no magic, and we have no like magic potion or anything, so hopefully the enemies drop magic, or else we might have to come back later. I don't know if these do. I think they can, but we'll have to see. Nope, not this one. I know the boomerang is more efficient, but I just forgot I had the boomerang equipped. Well, that's some magic at least. Alright, so moving right along. Nope. So I don't know how many of those we even need to make a potion at the Forest Haven. It's been a while since I've even done that method. I usually just have fairies in a bottle, or another item that will become more obvious later on. So I almost never do that, so I really don't know the specifics of that. I thought that was the treasure chest, so I was gonna run off the ledge, but that was just a little cocoon thing. So drop down here. Like so. And we get a joy pendant. Not exactly worth it. So, can we get this chest now is another question I have. Because it's blocked off, so unless we can light this on fire and take it with us, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Yes, this is a learning experience. Yep, we can actually take this with us. I actually did not know this. So that's really good to know in the future, not that this ever comes up that much. Alright, so that's opened up, so we can safely fly over here and see what awaits us. Alright, we have a withered tree, which is part of a side quest late game, but unfortunately, there's nothing we can do with that now. Well, actually, we could do it now, I'm pretty sure. Except there might be a couple locations where things are blocked off for later, so we will come back to this later. No big deal. Another treasure chart. And thankfully getting down is a lot easier than going up here, because all we need to do is drop down. Trying to remember if there's anything else here, or if we can just move on. I'm pretty sure that's all we can do here for now, so over here to this fish. Apparently there's a minigame you can play with the fish. I don't know if I've ever done that, or even had to access it. Maybe that's something to look up for later, but for now we're just gonna kind of move on with the story. Or not stories, side quests, like, that give us treasure charts and heart pieces. Hey, Small Fry, do you know about the Nintendo Gallery? The only way in there is to hit a switch that's way up high in the Forest Haven, but the only way to do that would be to bribe one of the gulls by putting a little bait on your head. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water for me. And that is a hint. I don't know if you can fly down there or not. It looks like you could be able to, but we might need more magic, so it might be something to do later. Alright, so we are heading south now, to the 5-Star Isles, I'm pretty sure is the name of this place. There should be a couple things to do here. Namely, we can actually salvage now. So, did we get that treasure chart though? Because I did skip over a few. Yeah, I don't know if we got this one. The guide says it's 33, and I don't know if we actually did. Yep, we should have it. There it is. Normally there's like a beam of light coming out, so I'm not entirely sure why I didn't see it. When you pull out the salvage arm, it basically makes you stop immediately, so it's a really good way to just stop. In general, a lot of speed runs, I think, just pull out the Wind Waker. So that's another piece of heart. That should be number 7. So yeah, the survival strategy, if you need to stop on a dime, to just pull out an item. I don't even know if the fish will have any useful info here. There's like nothing to see here. But we want to open up the map anyway, just for easy traversal later on, so might as well see what he has to say. Have you seen a Small Fry, the ghost ship? Because it's real, it's even been seen here in these very waters. On nights when the crescent moon faces down, that's when horror arises. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait, blah blah blah. So, ghost ship is needed late game, but for now, isn't the most useful thing. So, apparently there's a submarine in this area. I don't see it. There it is. We're actually gonna swap over to the grappling hook just for the sake of collecting items, because we do need joy pendants for later. Can we actually attack them from here? Probably not, so we'll have to just swim over. So we can do this, grab a joy pendant. Because we took a joy pendant, there really isn't any point to fighting them because we have their spoils. And I don't think there's like a reward for defeating them all, but I might be wrong. These enemies can't swim, by the way. I think some enemies can swim, but not in this game. I might be wrong. No, actually I am wrong. Chews can actually swim. If you basically knock them into... Actually, there's one level where water rises, and chews are shown to be able to swim. Alright, so I just want to make sure nothing will spawn in once we defeat all these enemies. So, actually I didn't grab the joy pendant from that last one. Whoops. So, there we go. That shouldn't spawn anything in, but we do have this here that's just like treasure. I think they raised the money cap in this version. I'm pretty sure it's lower on GameCube, like it caps at 200. But in this version, I think it caps out at like 500, which is a lot better. So this is a very standard just defeat all enemies kind of a room. I have Z targeting set to hold, which means basically if I let go and release, it'll auto-target the nearest target. So that's always a good way to quickly switch over targets. There's these like water jars like from Dragon Roost Cavern, and I don't know why they're here. if they're just used for like storing water outside of dungeons. Also, why was water being stored in a lava place? Other than the obvious of because it's a lava place and not pleasant. So grappling hook can one-shot weak enemies like the bats. Normally it just steals treasure, so it's a little bit of a different use there. We don't get any treasure from the bats directly, so there you have it. Another submarine down. I say another, but I think we've only done 2, counting this one. There is a submarine chart that tells you where every submarine is. I don't know how you get the submarine chart off the top of my head, because it's honestly pretty skippable. I don't know if I consider that part of this whole run. But we got another piece of heart, so that's number 8. Basically, I kind of feel like you only need certain charts, like the big octo chart. We haven't even seen a big octo yet, but for the record, those exist. We will be seeing one probably this stream, because we'll most likely try to go after one. But like, you can find them without the chart, so I think of the like special charts, the only ones you... Oh. This is what happens when you go to the edge of the world. It doesn't wrap or anything, so it will tell you to turn around. What was I saying? The big octo chart and the submarine chart are kind of not super important because you can find them anyway. Like, we don't have the submarine chart, we can still find them. The ghost ship chart is needed because the ghost ship will not be accessible unless you find the ghost ship chart first, so that one's required. At least in my knowledge, it's required. Alright, so we should be coming up on our next stop shortly. That little island over there. So this is kind of an interesting place. It's a little boating course, if I'm not mistaken, but the actual boating course itself is kind of useless, which is kind of weird. The actual reward is obtained by flying across this little gap to the other pole that the sign's hanging from, and then we can actually get an item. So it's kind of a roundabout thing here. So, north. So if we do this,